Hi guys, welcome. We've just made new scripts to include the Chaotix packages. Like 4,000 plus packages can be included on the ISO. And we're making tutorials for it because we have adapted the website a little bit. So building your own ISOs is something that might be something for you in the future, or maybe is already possible because you know how everything fits together. You can build it on all these operating systems, and all this one, every single ISO that we've created can be built by you, not changed, and built, and you have exactly the same thing that we release. Or you can start by changing things, and we'll have to choose something, right? We have to choose something, and one of the things, well, that you need to decide is, do I want a tiling window manager? Do I want a real desktop, right? GNOME, like Cinnamon, right? And it's a choice that you have to make, and that's going to be your basic ISO on which we do more things, change more things, add things. And that's all described here. We can add things in the personal folder. We can add things from the Chaotic AOR, and we can create our own repository, like Arch has one, Endeavor has one, Garuda has one, ArcoLinux has one, Kali has one, right? ALCI has one, and then build your own packages and put them on there, and then they're pre-built, and you add it to the ISO. Done. So there's a lot of possibilities or possible things you can do to have a personalized ISO. Okay, done with the talking. Well, yeah, why not DK, right? It's a tiling window manager, and we have the code here. Control C, and then we go to, what was this? Yeah, let's go here, delete this one, and Control Shift V, boom, and it's there. So if we just run this, then you're ArcoLinux. If you run this like this, then you are me, right? Building the ISO to put on SourceForge, to put on seed host, and voila, didn't change the thing. But what if you want to change things, right? What if you want indeed to add something to the Chaotix, from the Chaotix repo to the system? That's the topic of the video. We're making articles for this particular thing, right? How to create an ArcoLinuxB Wayfire with this and this and that. Now we're gonna create something of DK, always adding something to every single film. We'll do a little bit different and find some tips, and that's what we've put down here, and add some tips to the video. Okay, so Chaotix repo, you may have found a link in here somewhere that says, okay, not in here, but in here, how to add packages from Chaotic AOR to any ArcoLinux ISO. How do I get this link? How do I find this link? Because this link might be gone after a while. This is just a computer somewhere in the world that may or may not be online. Okay, so in the future, if something happens to that particular link, server down, or just didn't pay the bill, right? Something like that, you go to pacman.d. You have the Chaotic mirror list in here. There's a long list of all kind of, let's do Perl, let's see if it's nice, Perl, yeah. So all the colors are the servers, the computers by Garuda Linux donators hosted on Cloudflare 3.2, R2 I mean, R2D2, right? Anyway, the server somewhere. This is a variable which is actually Chaotic AOR, and this is x86_64, and we can do the following. We can see if this one is actually working for us. Control C, Super F, but Cloudflare, I don't know. Already my idea that's not gonna work, but let's try. Because basically, if this fails, this link, this one, then you need to try again if you want to stay, of course, online. Chaotic, and then underscore, no, dash AOR slash x86, and that's an underscore 64, right? So this line here, Celtic AOR dash x8664, is something you need to fill in yourself. And then you get this. So we're on the builds.garudalinux.org. Let's put this already safe for my next article on the website. And let's pause the video a little bit and make an article already. Voilà, that's saved again. So in here we have a long list of all kinds of things that we'd like to have or not have, right? Can we select? No, we can't click on size or type, which would be great. So we have the biggest to the smallest. But basically you need to find out what things you'd like to have that Arch and Arco doesn't have, right? Lots of things probably will have double, but Emule doesn't ring a bell, but it rings a bell in the sense that it was something to download, I think. Emule, yeah, point to point, the P2P, so yeah, point to point, I don't know. So download is one of those things that we used to have years ago. There are other ways to download things today. Let's not put that. Android Studios here again. Nope, you've had your say, something else. Angry search, Control T, yay, angry search. Well, so angry search is not on the ArcoLinux website. Angry search is not on the Arch Linux. So it's only available on AOR. We can't put it like this on the ISO. Yes, we can, and yes, you get an error. Look and observe. That's always best to see for yourself. So, assuming you want angry search, we'll add flat remix as well. So something from the Celtic AOR as well. Angry search. Was it like this or just in one word? Angry search, one word, huh? Save. So if we want, if we didn't change anything yet, we've forgotten a lot of things to do, right? Forgot a lot of stuff. We just added it to the list. So hey, we want it, okay, fine, then we install it. Then you get this error. And then nothing there's no problem seeing the error because we can solve it. We think then, oh yeah, true. I forgot to tell target not found. I forgot to tell dear script, Celtic's repo is true. Save. And then at that particular moment in time, it will be building that ISO. Control C, I'm stopping it here. In the beginning you can stop it as long as you don't see all the mounted folders here, then you're fine, right? You can stop it when it's starting. So, but you see that the angry search here was being downloaded, that had been found. Fine. Let's make it more complex. Let's add something to the list. So let's first also go back to not here. So you can keep on looking and keep on adding, that's no problem, but let's make it also what we used to do in the past is of course just roll up, scroll up and look around, and it starts to get interesting when you're here, about here, right? Maybe you don't want yay bin. Why I'm saying that? Yay, yay. Yay, yay. There's yay bin, there's yay git, and the debug stuff we don't need, and there's yay, right? Maybe you'd like something else. Another yay. Fine. Then yay bin is out. That's always a possibility to get rid of something you don't like your XVT, and you make your own decisions. Oh, that's my mistake. Sublime. Nothing is forgotten. And that's Sublime text, right? So your XVT. Now the thing is called RXVT. Find. this one needs to go as well then. Save. It's decision time, right? You go through the list and you look at the files, and yes, after 6 years you know a little bit what these files are about. PAMAC is interesting, Octopi is interesting, or just ask the terminal. All good. So this is RxVT. Oh, another one. Find previous. This one needs to go as well. Save. Find. And that's it. Okay. Decision time. I do like Telegram, so you can add it to the list. It's just a hashtag away, and if you like to see things in colors, I recommend Sublime Text and then Perl, and then you know this is gonna go on the ISO. Now it's not gonna go on the ISO. Simple as that. So that's a very interesting thing, to go through the list and say, okay, I want this, want that, I want that, I want that. Okay. Like BTOP, is it now officially in? No, it's not, and I like it. So ArcoLinux BTOP, the settings, that's one thing. Where's the application? It's not there. There's no BTOP inside DK. It's up to you to decide. I like that too, right? Now, I can put it at the end, and this line doesn't mean a thing for Pacman, right? It doesn't see it. It's just comment. So it's just gonna look, where do I find flat remix? Where do I find angry search? But for us humans, maybe it's interesting to keep things separate. This is chaotics, and this is from anywhere, Arch Arco. So we add BTOP as application. We have the configuration, now we have the application. And on you go, making all kinds of, having all kinds of ideas and saying, I want this, I want that. Yeah, that's good, right? That's something that we can add. Now something else might be interesting, and that is the personal folder. In the website, we talk about the extras. You can build the ISO just as is. We can change some files, like we've just done, BTOP, but there is also something called personal. The folder is called personal, and it's on your root, so /personal. After a clean install, you type the alias personal into your terminal, and all settings will be moved to your home directory. Oh! Am I hearing this right? Does this mean that if I go to my .config, this guy, and I put the .config in here, then the .config will be on the ISO, and with that alias it will override everything that's in the .config. Basically, what we're saying is, if you've been working very hard to make your own .files, as they call it, your own configuration, and your alacrity is different from the one from Arch or from ArcoLinux, then you want to keep it. The auto start, you've thought about that and that application to auto start, and then next installation you want to have the same settings. BTOP, same thing, right? You've chosen something else, you've chosen another theme, your theme that you like. That's this, that's .config. But it can go or apply as well on the bash RC, for example. If you say, I like my bash RC and none of the others, right? Then you do it like this. Anything that is in the personal will be copied over to the ISO and will be copied over to the real system. And you can just type personal and be done with it. You have it overwritten. Everything that's in here will override the home/Eric in my case, right? Your own configuration from ArcoLinux basically. So the .files are being moved. Wallpapers, sure, put wallpapers in there. So we can have my wallpapers are synced via Google Drive, apps. These are nice, not too big. Properties, 267 megabyte, right? That's okay. So we can, for instance, in the personal, create a new folder, just called wallpapers, and it will be on my future system, wallpapers. And in here are the wallpapers, Control C, Control V, voila. I've got my wallpapers on my ISO. And when I type my alias personal, this will end up in between my other folders here, right? It will have another name, wallpapers. And we can keep on going. We can add applications to the list, var, cache, and then Pacman, packages. You know I like Control Find, Sublime Text. This is Sublime Text. I'll make a new folder. Packages alike, right? Voila. So, for whatever reason, packages that you have pre-built that are coming from somewhere, and you want to put it on the ISO, so you have it on the future system. On the future system, I'll just do this: sudo pacman -u, and then Sublime Text. It will be installed. All right, time to build an ISO. So you see the possibilities, and maybe you realize now, hey, that's interesting. So let's see. Now, so building the Chaotix repo, that's the repo that we have from him, and we have set it to true. Check. So basically, we're good to go. We're good to go. Let's see. Now, in order, here is Angry Search. In order to see if all is well, I go to Eric. There is already an ISO and folder where we're building stuff. Think what we're doing. We're building the ArcoLinux B, right? So I have to go to the ArcoLinux D build. No, the ArcoLinux B build. This is where we are doing this here, and this was previous installations, right? The DK is a build ISO, a B ISO, and in here, in here. Ooh, look at that, right? They're all here. They're all waiting to be moved to the ISO, and then later on moved to your future system. Time to pause the video again. And when the website, when the ISO is out, we'll have a look, right? So let's go to the ArcoLinux B out folder. How big is this thing? 2.6 gigabyte. And what you want to do, of course, is test it. So super F7. That is our previous video. Delete all files. And this is DK. DK is in here. Okay. And off we go. Open source in VirtualBox, first line, NVIDIA, the newer NVIDIA cards anyway, and otherwise last one. So Intel AMD is the first line. We're talking about graphical drivers, graphical cards. Let's see what we did. We've added Angry Search, also icons. There's something inside the personal. Well, choose, right? But I go for the least amount of clicks. This is your default way of installing Linux on so many distros. You don't get the advanced option at all. Not even the choice between X4, ButterFS and all that. They decided for you. We on our side, we say freedom, choice. Well, that's busy. We can have a look around, Super Shift Enter. We can go to the file system, and we are the only ones who have a folder called personal. Ooh, look at that, wallpapers. Right? Set as wallpaper. Open with Faye. That's a nice one. Super C, Conky is gone. Super C, a new Conky is there. Super C, Conky is gone. Change the background, click. This goes to a wallpaper file folder thing, and you can put your wallpapers in there and you get a random wallpaper. Really need to click on the icon. Remember that we had more icons. So icon theme, all the flat remix things are here. Thunar minus Q, remember. And then Thunar again. Voila. New icons. How's the installation? Oof, still a lot of work. Where's Angry Search? Angry Search. What is Angry Search? What's all that? Config file in the live user, Angry Search, angrysearch.conf. Database is there. 1 million files can take up 200 megabytes and 2 minutes to index. Double click on name, opens its associated applications. Checkbook is not right on, server. Okay. Failed to load driver sync, whatever that is. In Dutch it's a metal. Icon theme Adwaita. We can choose something else, it seems. Better paper then. Update. He's crawling the file system. Permission denied, of course. He's in the run folder here. Maybe best not to do this in a system that's, well, basically not a system. Cancel. It is a live environment. And I've given it 4 gigabytes of space, and that's it. So, duff. Right, that's 100%, that's 100%. Here's my cow space. 4 gigabytes. And once you start installing and stuff, it gets filled up. And then finally says no space left. And that's easily done if you are updating Android Studio or something like that. If you want to see some technical stuff, this particular moment in time, not really. So that's just next slide. So this one, click, 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 click. Left click, right click. Okay. So he's just saying every 5 seconds or so, I think. And then it goes on, right? Make init CPIOs are things you should know by now. The hardware clock is set. And then we do some stuff ourselves. ArcoLinux before and ArcoLinux after. To ensure we have a system that works. Exit, we did not click that yet. As this. Escape. And these are just system icons. Don't like PAMAC, don't install PAMAC, right? Use Octopi. I think November or December 2023 there was an issue with PAMAC, so we went to Octopi for a month, played with it, it's an equivalent, right? It's an alternative. As usual, choose what you like. And choose what works. Another tip I always say, don't choose if it doesn't work. It's a free world and free applications, and yeah, people will work on the code when they can. So there you go. We can auto start, quit this thing. Voila. Super C by Conky. And we've got, let's see, do we have our personal file system? Personal. Oh, it's there. Is it on my system? No, there are no wallpapers here. What is this alias all about? Ask the alias. Alias personal. What does it do? It copy pastes recursively with force everything that's in the personal folder. Everything that's in the personal folder is gonna go to the home directory. This little thing is the home directory. So yeah, all you need to remember is personal one. But let's have a look here. What will happen if I type personal? Aha, the packages are here. So I can install the packages, whatever package that is. That's up to you. Sudo pacman -u install a Sublime Text package. And off you go. This is normal. Warning, database file 4 does not exist. You have to do this, right? So the first thing I always do is update. It gets the databases from the servers you're using, and then you have a database, and then you can say go ahead and install Sublime Text. So now we have Sublime Text. So any of the packages that you've built with Paru, AUR, you can move them in a folder and keep them there and just put it on the ISO, in the future ISO. Now, wallpapers was also something we did. As you see, let's do a Control T. So we can do a right mouse click and then SS, single screen, dual screen. Doesn't apply here, but it works anyway. So all the wallpapers that I like and love are on my machine, on my future machine. I have personal, Angry Search is here. We've seen the special icons as well, flat remix. So Angry Search. We can see if we can do an update again here. It's gonna take 2 minutes to index, it says. 1 million files can take 200 megabytes and 2 minutes to index. Not sure how long it's gonna be. It's done. What I like to do is find my wallpaper, for example, right? Did it index my wallpaper? Blue sky. Blue. A lot of blue. Blue sky. Ah yeah. Home Eric wallpapers and personal wallpapers. That's correct. If we double click, what happens? We open it and we can have a look. That's interesting. I'm just scrolling through all the wallpapers now. So let's kill this one. No, everything is dead now. So Angry Search is there. The Super DL experience. Have a look. This icon theme is there as well. The new guy, this one, flat remix. Quick look at all the colors. Let's go for that one. Apply. Again, the tip. Super Shift Enter. It's not working. Funar -Q. Kill it, quit it, and then open again. This one. Funar. That's it for the video, and the end for DK. And enjoy the possibilities, right? There is so much possible, and create your own ISO that you put on a shelf, and next time, put it back in. All right, cheers.